Monday afternoon blog post. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was doing the right things in order to achieve the results that you want to see in your life. And I wanted to make sure that you're not making it difficult for yourself to get results. You're not telling yourself that you can't do it. Because believe it or not, a lot of people sabotage the results a long way before they've even started to make progress. Because they say to themselves that, well, I haven't got the willpower of you, Russ, or I haven't got the will. They see a good before and after picture, that's what they do. And they look at that person and say, well, I'm not that person. That person hasn't got 4 kids, that person hasn't got these injuries, that person hasn't got this demanding job, or this illness, or this or that or the other, or a 30-minute drive to the gym or whatever. And people start to tell themselves that they're different from the next person. I haven't got that level of willpower. That's not for me. I can't stick to a program that's that intense. I'll break early. My mind will break, my body will break before I can train myself hard enough to get those results. That type of training isn't for me. I can't push them dog sleds around that gym. I can't deadlift that weight. And this is a self-talk that goes on inside your mind before you start the program. And I've experienced something today that I want to share with you that I feel will help you to move forward through the negative self-talk that you might be giving yourself. So I had a bad weekend this weekend, and with these blog posts, the idea is that I'm doing it camera like this because so I can be completely honest with you, and you can look into my eyes and tell that, you know, it's not all, even for personal coaches, personal trainers, gym owners like me, people who've been in the experience a long time, it's not all complete clean lifestyles all the time and smashing the hell out of every session. And you know, there is the injuries and there is the negativity as well. So I'm going to go into it. So I had a few beers on Friday, ate really well, but I had a few beers on Friday. Saturday, ate pretty well, but then in the evening, me and Michelle went out for a meal, went to cinema to watch a really good film actually, American Sniper, and we had a meal which was reasonably clean, but then I had 1 glass of wine with a meal. But then when we got back home, I had a few beers after the film. Not the best night's sleep, kids got us up really early, and then didn't have particularly good food on Sunday. And then last night I actually came to work and I got quite a lot of work done, and I suppose I wanted to unwind, didn't I? So when I got home I had a couple of beers, and like that is, it's probably unusual for me. You know, not going on any crazy benders or anything, but it's just like something I did to unwind. And my sleep was really poor. I got up on the back foot and it was icy this morning. I had to meet a tradesman. I was late getting up, I was late getting out of the house, I was getting out on the back foot. Because we'd been out all day yesterday, I'd not got any food in that I needed. Okay, I know this is a bit of a long-winded story, but I'm going to get to the point. So I started Monday on the back foot in terms of me. My work was on the front foot, and this is my problem. My family life was on the front foot because I prioritised that this weekend. My family, and I come into work for 3 or 4 hours last night and got a load done in here till late. So productivity in terms of family, awesome. Productivity in terms of business, awesome. But productivity in terms of me, Russ, my training, poor. Okay, didn't have any food prep, didn't have any breakfast, didn't have much water because I was on the back foot rushing around like an idiot. So it was 12:30 and I'm wolfing my food down. We have a meeting in here, a staff meeting, 11:30 every single Monday. I'm wolfing my food down during the meeting, which is not ideal. I'm then training a couple of hours later with Sam again. Brutal session we did, and I just didn't have it in me. I knew I'd not slept. I knew I'd been drinking alcohol. I knew I'd missed a meal today. I knew I didn't have the energy level. I didn't have it in the bag. When it came to it, I didn't have it. And the message of this blog post, what I want you to take away, is that it's the preparation work that you do that makes you the character that you are. Somebody that doesn't give up in training, for example. Somebody that eats the right foods and says no to the wrong foods. It's the habits. It's the fact that you keep doing that. And it's the fact that it's self-perpetuating. It's the fact that you've got to put yourself in the right headspace to do that. And that's something I didn't do because I wasn't fueled up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still trained as hard as I could, but my mind was looking for excuses. And my mind was finding excuses quite easily because I knew I had not done the work this weekend that I should have done. And doing the work means you need to do whatever you need to do to be able to produce the results that you want to produce. So in terms of my physical performance, I'd not done the work this weekend. I had a poor weekend on food, poor weekend on sleep. Consequently, that session wasn't what it could have been. Now don't get me wrong, like I'm saying, I still went hard with it. I still give it best effort. but the excuses come out easier. Now imagine if I was an everyday person like some of you guys that listen to this, and then I went and I ate rubbish tonight as well. What would happen in tomorrow's training session? Would I make tomorrow's training session? And then it snowballs on, doesn't it? You eat rubbish tomorrow because you feel guilty about not going to the gym. So you need to get your comfort and your fix from something else. Wednesday, is that session going to happen? How good is that session going to be? So the point I'm making, and this is the take-home point, is that all this stuff is very, very self-perpetuating. So once you start doing it, you get on a roll. Once you start doing it right, you get on a roll, going in the right direction. But once you get in the habit of doing things wrong, sleep, booze, eating rubbish, all them things, giving up in training, not making training, once you start doing them wrong, that becomes a dark hole that people find themselves in. So don't rule yourself out as one of these people that can't do this or can't do that, when in reality we can all move forward and we can all get results. Just have a quick think about that one. And if you want to hear more about these posts, just hit the button and you can subscribe to my email list. You'll get daily emails which are a source of motivation. You get nutrition tips, training tips, the lot. It's the real, it's the raw Russ just coming out on a source of daily email. So hit that and subscribe.